Good afternoon. My name is Dan Cederberg, and I'm the chairperson of the Downtown Bid of Missoula. The Downtown Bid is an association of property owners of downtown Missoula who pooled our assets to try to do improvements and bring benefits to downtown Missoula. The funds are managed of the Downtown Bid. We raise about $250,000 a year, and our funds are managed by a 7-person board of trustees. The board is appointed by the mayor and affirmed by the city council. Some of the signature projects that we've got going in our existence since 2005 are our downtown clean team. Hopefully you've seen our clean team from Opportunity Industries out and about cleaning the sidewalks downtown. We also have our ambassador program, which we're just passing 1 year on. Our 2 ambassadors are here today, Corey Johnson and Wayne Burnham. They are out and about on the streets, and you can see they're in their colorful attire to try to do everything from help a tourist who needs to know where to go to assist a business owner if they need some assistance on some security issues or something like that. We're also looking at a number of other programs as we move into our existence. We are looking at a marketing piece that should be coming out soon. We have started into our downtown grants program to try to assist businesses to stay in the downtown locations. And we are also looking at some tools for downtown business recruitment and retention. We're here today to talk about a very special program, the Real Change, Not Spare Change program. This is a program that was instituted several years ago by the Missoula Downtown Association, and the mayor, John Engen, happened to be the chairperson of that committee when we did that a couple of years ago. It was the first time that I got to work with the mayor very closely, and he was very, very impressive in getting us started on this program. The program went for a couple of years, and the mayor is going to talk more specifically about what the nuts and the bolts of the program are here in just a minute. I just want to say that we were approached as the Downtown Bid Board to reinvigorate this program a couple of months ago, and it was a program that we were very interested in getting going again. We took a look at what had happened in the past, and we thought it fit very well into our mission. Our mission for downtown is to keep it clean, safe, and prosperous. And the real change, not spare change, really fits into all of those categories. It gives us a chance to further our mission, and it also gives us a chance to work with some very, very beneficial nonprofits here in town. Part of what we try to do with the bid is to partner with other groups that are beneficial to the community so we can pool our resources and make more things happen. We really think we'll be able to do that in working with the food bank, the Missoula Food Bank, the Poverello Center, and the Salvation Army. So we're very happy to be able to try to reinvigorate this program. Lori and Wayne are going to be out on the street. In fact, they tell me they've already been out getting out the literature and the everything that goes along with the program. We're happy to have them be doing that, and we're very excited about this program getting going again in Missoula. With that, I would turn it over to Mayor Engen. As I understand, he's going to talk a little bit about the history of the program and just what the program actually entails. So, Mayor Engen.
Thanks. Well, good afternoon, folks. Good to see you all. We may have to institute a downtown noise ordinance in this particular corner as well that involves some bird mitigation and some vehicular mitigation, but we can get on that later. It's good to see you all, and I'm particularly pleased to have the partners in this program here this afternoon, the good folks at the Downtown Association, the Business Improvement District, Poverello Center, Incorporated now, by the way, the Missoula Food Bank, and of course the Salvation Army. And I have to tell you that as mayor, I have lots of folks come to my office who are interested in learning ways to help the community. They want that participation to be meaningful. and they want to know that whatever resources they contribute to any campaign will be used wisely, and I always refer them to the three groups we just talked about, the POV, the Salvation Army, and the food bank. I know that the folks who operate those organizations and those who support them are tremendous stewards of community resources, and they do work in the community that doesn't get done otherwise. And I really appreciate that, and I'm glad that we can come together under these circumstances as well. When I served on the Missoula Downtown Association board, we had tremendous difficulty working through a summer of panhandling. Downtown businesses were enormously frustrated at the level of panhandling and the fact that these panhandlers were in many cases pretty aggressive. It created difficulties for businesses, and I think it created difficulties for the folks who want to participate in all that downtown has to offer, which goes beyond retail and bricks and mortar to culture, events, and community. We want folks downtown to be comfortable. Missoula is a remarkably generous community, continues to be remarkably generous, and our hope here is to find a balance, I think, between that generosity and making sure that we're really caring for the people who have needs in our community, but not enabling folks to further damage themselves if that's the road they're on. So what Real Change is about is encouraging folks when they're approached by panhandlers to simply say, you have some alternatives in the community, and I'm not going to give you change today, but I will give change to these organizations that we're talking about. And there are a number of collection points around the city, especially in the heart of downtown, where this change can be rounded up and is then distributed to these organizations that really help deal with the fundamental questions of homelessness, poverty, hunger, chemical dependency as a package. These folks are trained to use those resources, and they use them prudently and responsibly. And in some cases, we're reasonably sure that some of the folks who are asking for money aren't going to use those resources responsibly. So we want to encourage responsibility all the way around while continuing to encourage that generosity of spirit that makes Missoula a wonderful place to live and a wonderful place to, well, there's lots of wonder, isn't there? The speech sort of tumbles at that point. I'm sorry about that. With that, the program has had plenty of energy over the years, and it's as good as the energy that's behind it and the volunteers who are making it happen. So I'm glad the ambassadors are on board, because I think they'll be critical catalysts in sort of driving the train and continuing to offer the message. And we've had tremendous response and assistance from law enforcement. At one time I was subject to arrest by these folks, and now they call me boss. So it's kind of a beautiful relationship that we've developed over the years. But I can tell you the folks at Missoula PD appreciate the program, what it does for the community, and it helps them do their job responsibly as well. Chief Wickman, I know you have a few things to say, and I'll let you do that without further ado. Chief Rusty Wickman, ladies and gentlemen, who's as fine a police chief as you're going to stumble across anytime soon. Chief.
Thanks, boss. Police officers see the best of people, and we see the worst of people, and we see people in the worst need at times, and there's just no one to turn to. I'd encourage the Missoula people to continue to give, but give to the real change. I think it can make a difference if collectively we can collect some money and give it to the people that will help others. And an anecdote is, years ago I pulled up next to a person with a sign along one of our streets who was panhandling. And the sign said, "Anything helps, God bless." And I said, "Let me ask you a question." I said, "How much money do you usually take in here a day?" And he said, "I'll get about $200 in 6 hours and all the happy meals I can eat." And talking earlier with the representative from the Salvation Army, I said, "What can you do with $200? And he said, "We can do an awful lot." And so if you'll support the Poverello Center, the Salvation Army, the food banks of Missoula, by giving collectively to real change, I think we can really make a difference and help the right people.
Ellie Hill, from Executive Director of the Poverello Center. We have one of our clients here today, Lori, and I think she provides us a perfect example program is a reminder to all of us that our good folks, the characters we see on the street that panhandle every day, are really only about 20% locally of the faces of homelessness in Missoula. Those are what we call chronically homeless individuals, or what I say is visibly homeless individuals. The other 80% of the folks served by the Poverello Center and other local agencies here in town are the folks that we really can make systemic change in their life. They are what I term as the invisible homeless. They are elderly folks living on fixed incomes, working poor people, families with children, and folks like Lori here today. And so I appreciate this program, and I know that I'm speaking on behalf of Major Patterson and Aaron Brock at the Food Bank. This really means so much for us. It gives us another opportunity to invite Missoulians to really make a change in folks' lives. So Lori just wanted to say a little bit about how it's helped her.
When I came here, I was a homeless vet and didn't know anything about Missoula, but I was offered to go to Poverello, which in turn directed me to the resources, gave me shelter, and now I'm in the Valor House for veterans, and I'm soon to be on my own. I've been able to receive my Social Security. I'm fully 100% disabled, and I've done all this in 2 years just in following around the Poverello. So I really want to say thank you to them for all the help they've given me.
Well, with that, we certainly are available for questions if you guys have any.
I just have a question for Chief Rickman. Is panhandling on the rise again? Is that
Yes, summertime it always increases, and we're seeing quite a bit of it right now. And it's gone a lot to the North Reserve area. We've seen it downtown, but summertime it always increases quite a bit.
so the previous program was effective? It's not
I think it was.
less again.
I think it was, yes.
You got it.